Hi everyone, welcome to another Hatton's Model Railways live stream, and today we've got a special product news update on one of the most exciting Engage models to have come through, I think, in several years really. It is of course the Kato Class 800. This is the IEP train that a lot of us will be familiar with now, seeing them across the UK railway scene, and this model is coming through in two distinct liveries in Engage and is available to pre-order right now. So in today's stream, I'll be showing you what we know so far and some pre-production images of the models that are coming through, telling you the different ways you can pick up one of these for your layout and some of the specifications that we know already, as well as covering a little bit of info and history on the Class 800 units themselves. So if you do have any particular questions, please put them in the stream if you're watching live, or if you're watching a little later on, add them to the chat or get in touch with our customer experience team, who would be more than happy to help you too. But what do we know so far? Because this is a model that was announced towards the back end of 2019 with an intention for this model to be made. A lot of Engage modelers have really been waiting for this one because it fills a huge gap in a lot of modern image collections, with some really up-to-date modelers needing one of these 21st century units on their layout. Well, within the last week, GaugeMaster, the UK distributor for Kato, has revealed a lot more information on these models, and I can share with you some of the images that you'll see coming up on your screen now of some of the pre-production CADs and indeed some of the 3D prints too. So this is the front end of the model. This is designed from the CAD software that you'll see coming through. And to me, they've got the shape of this unit absolutely spot on, as you can see on the unit there, compared to the sleek design that's come through on the real life 800 units. Just getting a closer look at some of that bogie detail. This does look like it's going to be really promising on there. They have promised that the disc brakes will be fully represented on the outsides of the wheels, and there will be no traction tyres either. As you can see, they're on the CAD, so you don't need to worry about these being present on your models. If we zoom out and take a closer look at that first design of the front car, we can see a lot of separately fitted roof detail with opposable pantograph on there, and a lot of separate items, and what looks from an initial glance like flush glazing on the models there too. We'll head over to the back of that car that we've been allowed to see close up, and this is the rear of the vehicle, so we can see the coupling mechanism that's on there. The corridor connection mechanism too, very similar to other Kato models that are made and available out there. Some more of the bogie detail at this end, and again we'll get a closer look at that and that coupling system that we can see. And then heading up to the top for our last image of the pre-production models, we can see the detail and the intricity that's gone into the pantograph that we can see on this particular design here. So this is already looking like a really promising model. We've been promised more pictures as the project develops, as these are scheduled for release in the summer of 2021. So no doubt we'll be seeing more pre-production samples and decorated samples of these models coming through. But what can you get? What are the products that are available to order right now? So there's two distinct liveries that are coming through on this first release. There's the Great Western Railway Green, with the 5-car Class 800 unit you can see at the top there, and the London North Eastern Railway Azuma unit. Again, a 5-car model at this stage, which is being provided in the LNER colour schemes as you see there. The running numbers for these two train packs, you have 800-021 for the Great Western Railway set and 800-209 for the London North Eastern Railway set. Those are available to pre-order right now at £178 for the full 5-car set, which compared to other models that are available on the market now is incredible value too. Even if you're not a fan of modern image trains, if you like an Engage bargain, this is a great way to get one. But if you're not an Engage modeler already, they have got you covered. GaugeMaster Collection is bringing out not one, but two different starter packs, as you can see here. This includes the Class 800 5-car train pack with a Kato controller, an oval of Unitrack track, and these come in at £212. So for £24 more, you can have an oval of track and a full controller. Now, I can't think of anywhere that you can pick up a controller and a set of track for £24 in any scale. So it's a real bargain to pick up one of these sets, either to expand the layout that you already have, or indeed start off on a new Engage layout with the trains that we see here coming through. So to look at some of the technical specs, I'll pull up some of those images for you again while I talk about those. We have been promised that a huge amount of detail will be included, and we can see that already on the CAD images that we have here. The front lighting will be full LED lighting on these particular vehicles. We haven't been made aware whether they'll have interior lighting yet, but that is something we're chasing, and as soon as we get confirmation on that, we will add it to our listings. So follow that link in the description for the latest information on these particular models. They will have one motor in each set. That will come with a flywheel, so it will be able to handle all 5 cars that will be coming with the sets that are coming through. That will be located in the second vehicle of the set, so the driving cars and 2 of the centre cars will come unpowered, and you'll have one motor in the set. This will be under the floor, that we believe, so it won't have any impact on the interior detailing. What you can just about see at the front there too is the opening doors where they couple together in real life, and Kato and GageMaster have confirmed that this will be possible on the models, so you'll be able to run these units in multiple, as they sometimes do in real life, as pairs of 5 running out and about on the various railways they're in operation in now. It will be a digital model. Again, we've not had the full confirmation as to exactly what digital decoder and how many it will need just yet. But as soon as we get that information, again, we'll put it on our product listings and we'll make you all aware, not only of the decoder socket that will be needed for this, but also our recommended decoder for the units too. But some great opportunities here for Engage modelers. I think this really opens up some brand new scenes and modelling opportunities. Just taking a look at this Azuma unit here, heading up through the northeast of Scotland, I believe. And you'll notice that even though it is an electric unit, it's also got diesel engines on there too. It's actually a bimodal multiple unit. So this is a great opportunity to get a high-speed, sleek-looking unit that you can see here. And you don't need any wires for it. There's absolutely nothing you need on there too. So that is something that you can bring through. As said there, Dave, we're not sure on the digital status yet. As soon as we have that available, we will be making that clear on our listings. It is some information that we are chasing at the moment. But there's some great ways to get these onto your layout. As we've mentioned, there's 2 really distinct liveries coming through. We've showcased the London North Eastern Railway Azuma colour scheme, which is now in operation from London all the way up the East Coast Main Line through York and Newcastle, up to Edinburgh, and even further along to Inverness and Aberdeen too. But let's not forget the Great Western Railway, who's had these units probably since the start of the introduction, shall we say, of the Class 800s. These were introduced in 2017, and between LNER and GWR, there's 59 of these 5-car sets in operation. Many of the Great Western sets have now been named too, so you can put some quite iconic names on these particular trains. And these run from London Paddington into the south of Wales, and all along down into the southwest of England, right through to Penzance too, having replaced some of the trains such as Class 91s and high-speed trains that ran there previously. And these aren't the only operators that have the IEP-style trains coming into use. There's further operators with TransPennine Express using these units. East Midlands Rail will be using these units particularly soon. And some of these liveries we may see on the Kato model in the future. It's not something we've seen announced at the moment, but colour schemes that we can see here on this 802 unit for first hull trains may be something that could come through on a future release. Again, if we have any further information at all, we will be putting this on our listings, so do keep an eye on those as they come through. So as we mentioned, these are available to pre-order right now. We're expecting them in the summer of 2021. And of course, if you pre-order, you get the bonus of having all the latest information on these models sent directly to your inbox. As soon as we find out any more production images, some of the confirmations we mentioned before regarding digital status and the interior lighting too, as soon as we get that information and you've got a pre-order or you've registered interest on our website, we'll be sending that info right over to you and you will be the first to know. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about these or you have taken your interest, I really do recommend taking a look at that link in the description and just covering again the sets, because I think these are incredible value compared to some of the sets that you can get out there. Considering the units themselves as a 5-car production are £178. To get the set for 212, you're not adding on that much more money, but you can just run it straight out of the box. Then you get everything you need, including the Kato Unitrack system. And of course the controller there, which we did feature on our analog controller video, if you'd like to take a little bit of a closer look at that. And there's a set each there coming through for LNER and the Great Western starter set that we can see here. So whichever flavor of Class 800 you'd prefer to model, we can sort you out either with a starter set or a set that you see there. And wouldn't it be nice to create something like this on an Engage scene with the sleek, modern style of unit coming through? I think this is something that's really going to be well worth the wait and well worth looking forward to. But we do realise that outside the UK, well, inside the UK, should I say, Kato is a relatively unknown brand. They do produce a lot of trains for the Japanese market and the US Engage markets too. And slowly but surely, they are bringing out more vehicles for the UK scene too, with Pico's Vestignac Railway locomotives, a collaboration with Kato. But there is already one on the market if you want to see the quality of the Kato models that are available right now. Of course, I'm talking about the Eurostar trains, which you can pick up from us. These are available if you head over to the link in the description in the current modern livery of the Eurostar that we see here. And this gives a real flavour of the quality that you will get with one of these Kato Engage models, especially again being a modern multiple unit, although not quite so modern with the Eurostar. It still shows what we should expect and a little bit more on top with the model of the 800. And I think it's really appropriate on a last little footnote that a Japanese manufacturer such as Kato is producing these trains, which of course are designed and mainly assembled in Japan in real life and brought over to the UK for final assembly before entering service. So I quite like the connection there, that it is a Japanese manufacturer who is bringing through one of these trains in association with Gagemaster, who of course is a British company too. So it's nice to have the Japanese and UK connection in model form as well as real life form on the main units too. So as a quick summary again, you can pre-order the 5-car units right now. These are available for £178 and we're expecting these in summer 2021. If you want to place a pre-order, as with all our pre-orders, we take no money at the time of pre-order. We only take the money at the time the items come into stock. If you want to see any of these CAD images up close and personal, you can of course watch the video again, or they are available on our website if you want to take a look at the link in the description too, as is the full information on what you get with the starter train sets that we see here. So this is a great time to get stuck in with Engage modeling. If you've been thinking about it for a while, if you've been on the fence, maybe there's not been a modern train out there for you, this is a fantastic time to get started. I don't think we're going to see a set and a unit like this again at this price, especially for a completely new tool model of a train that is completely taking over the UK network and being seen as far from Penzance to Inverness and at pretty much every point in between, with more and more operators signing up for these vehicles. And of course, that means we've maybe got more and more liveries to look forward to in the future too. Keep an eye on our website for all the latest information there. Otherwise, that's everything I've got to tell you at the moment. As soon as we hear more, we'll put it on our website, and everyone who's got a pre-order or has registered an interest on our website, we'll be letting you know too. But of course, it will be on our Facebook page and other social media should you wish to check out more information. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a preview. I'm really looking forward to this model and can't wait to share more with you. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page for more model railway news, skillscast sessions and real railway profiles too. Otherwise, thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.